Welcome back, Ballhalla, baddies and buddies. We've got 5 games to review, so let's get right to it. The Valkyries played Connecticut Sun on August 11th. The last time these two teams met, the Valkyries lost in Connecticut in a big blowout. So this time, after a slow first half, the Valkyries started finding their range from behind the three-point line. It seemed like everybody was in on it, and Ileana even found her 3-ball again after going 1-6 the last game. Valks run away with that one to win 74-57. There's also a huge milestone as Tip Hayes passes Cheryl Swoops for 31st on the WNBA all-time scoring list. On August 13th, the Valkyries went back on the road to face the Mystics, who they've beaten twice already this season. Both games were within 2 points, with the Valkyries winning the last match 68-67. In this game, the Valks were up by as much as 18 in the fourth quarter, but the Mystics stayed with it and cut the lead to 3 points with under a minute left. The Valkyries ended up holding on to win 88-83 behind a monster career high 30 points from Veronica Burton to go with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Both V and Chechi made 6 threes, each shooting over 60% from 3-point. On August 15th, the Valkyries stayed on the road to face the Chicago Sky, who are still without Angel Reese. Valks get red hot from 3 in this game, shooting 51% from behind the arc and draining 14 total threes. Ileana Rupert went 4 for 4 from 3. Going into halftime, they've only led 42-40, but they end up running away with this one in the second half to win 90-59. With this win over Chicago being their 18th win of the season, the Valkyries have broken the record for most ever wins by an expansion team. The previous record of 17 wins was held by the Detroit Shock in 1998. On August 17th, the Valkyries came back to Ballhalla to play Atlanta at home for the first time this season. The Valks went into halftime tied 25-25, thanks to a last-second three-pointer from Ileana Rupert. But they end up losing 79-63. On August 19th, the Valkyries played Phoenix in Ballhalla. Despite Tiffany Hayes, Mo Billings, Ileana Rupert, and Cecilia Zandalicini all not playing, the Valks had an electric first half and started the third quarter up 59-47. Ultimately, though, they lose steam and drop the game 91-98. Veronica Burton kept up her hot streak with 24 points and a career-high 14 assists.
For those who follow us, you know Celine did an incredible breakdown on why the WNBA's 2020 CBA agreement is outdated and why the players deserve a revenue share. Recently, players turned down an increase for their minimum salary. The offer was to go from a $66,000 minimum to $250,000. Haters were saying that they should have taken it, but Celine educated us on why the players rightfully deserve a revenue share.
And this is exactly in line with what we talked about in that video. Players are not fixating on one particular minimum or maximum salary. They want to know that if the league continues exploding, they will see proportional pay increases, and they're prepared to assume the risk that if the league might take a downturn. It's very obvious that the league believes they're going to continue to grow. If they didn't, they would be arguing the opposite, that salaries should go down when revenue drops. There's a reason the league is framing this as a "we're quadrupling your salary" narrative. It's to distract the public from the fact that they're ignoring the most important requests they are getting from players, which is a revenue share structure. My guess is the players would be more in favor of making less money over the next few years if it was framed as 30% of revenue as opposed to a fixed number. We'll continue to keep you guys updated on any developments, but fingers crossed negotiations start to go better and we don't see a delayed season.
In other news, Tiff Hayes has been doing some really fun segments called Style Swap on the Valkyries Instagram page. I wonder if she was asked to do it or if it's a campaign the office created for her since she's so into fashion. If you didn't know, Tiff runs a brand called Saya. In the Style Swap segments, it's usually her and another teammate, and they pick out outfits for each other. So far, she styled Monique Billings and Kate Martin. Monique was rocking a really cute 2-piece set with shorts. It was giving Clueless. And Mo put Tip in a cute trench coat with a tie, of course. We love seeing Tip rock a tie. For Kate Martin's episode of Style Swap, Tip wore a New York Letterman jacket with some baggy jeans, a fresh red tie, and of course, a red watch to match. And Kate wore an industrial jacket with a classic button-up paired with jeans. Very cute. Keep an eye out on the Valkyries Instagram page. I hope they have more segments. And if you want to hear us talk about the Valkyries tunnel fits, let us know.
This week, the Valks are going on the road. Looking ahead, we actually have a light week ahead of us. We only have 2 games. We have a rematch against the Phoenix Mercury in Phoenix on Friday the 22nd. This game is our last chance to beat Phoenix, who have beaten us 3 times. It's going to be an uphill battle since they have the home court advantage, but we are great at coming back from a loss, so I am cautiously optimistic. After that, we have a game against the Dallas Wings on August 24th. We're 1-1 against this team, but I am more confident about this one. In the game we lost against Dallas, we definitely had a really off night, and I'm hoping that the back-to-back games against Phoenix will give us the momentum we need here. Tell me why, though, after next week, the Valkyries have 5 games in 8 days. That is a crazy schedule. The Valkyries are in 7th right now in the league, which means we do make playoffs. We are only 1 game behind the Indiana Fever, who's in 6th, but the Seattle Storm is only 1 game behind us. So at this point, every game could mean a playoff spot or not.
Next, it's time for our prediction segment. This guessing game is where, if you guess correctly, you have the opportunity to win a basket of Chase Center chicken tenders. They're very valuable and very expensive. And if you don't live near Chase Center, we'll figure something out. For our last prediction game, we asked you to guess how many points the Valkyries would score during their August 6th game against the Aces. Many of you were close, but no cigar. This week, we have a new guessing game. The challenge is to guess which Valkyries player is going to score the most points against Dallas. My guess is Veronica Burton.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Too bad, you gotta pick a new one.
All right. Well, I have these jerseys, so I'm always biased towards Veronica. But if I had to pick somebody else, I'll go with my girl Chechi.
Assuming she's off the bench, I'm going Repair.
Repair!
Okay, that's great. And if you would like to put in your guess, feel free to do so below in the comments. The first person to guess correctly will win a Chase Center chicken tender basket.
And for our final and perhaps most anticipated segment of the entire show, Holly Cheyenne hit it.
Where's JJ in the world?
Where you at? Where you at?
We have big news in Ballhalla. Thank you to all of the Ballhalla baddies and buddies who manifested with us over these past few weeks. After only one of our Where's JJ segments, she showed up in Ballhalla at a game. She did the pregame bass drum hype and watched the full thing with KT. She seemed super happy to be here, and we were so pumped to see some confirmation that she is still planning on coming to the Valks next season. Not gonna lie, we were fully planning on doing like 10 more of these segments before she actually got here. So I love when we're wrong.
Do you think she saw our last episode? She had to, right?
I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but I think it's a pretty big coincidence that right after we posted, she showed up from Lithuania in Ballhalla. That's all we got for today, though, guys. Thank you for joining us. Tell us what you like, tell us what you want to see, and don't forget to leave your predictions in the comments. We'll see you next time.